Hello there guys, this is Carlo and welcome to another video. I've done one of these videos a little while ago. It's a little dock tour, or dock up, look at my dock. And I just thought I'd do another one and sort of show you it in all its glory, because it is quite an impressive dock and an impressive lineup of software that I do have now. And I'm actually quite proud of it, so I thought I'd just share it with you guys. So starting from A to Z, really, we know the Finder. We're familiar with the Finder. Obviously the Finder is the max version of the search bar in Windows. It gives you all your programs, all your bits and pieces about your Mac down the side, your drives, so on and so on. So then we've got the famous Launchpad. Obviously, iPad style docks, so you can sort of like go to applications a lot more quicker. It's all in order, but I don't use it that much, so that's why I keep all my icons down the bottom. We have Safari. It is my browser of choice, but I must admit I do like Chrome, which is all the way over here, and we'll get to that in a minute. We have Mail, which is obviously very common in OS X. And then we'll get to the more exciting stuff. So we've got the Adobe Suite, After Effects here. After Effects I'm quite proud of, because I've got practically every single plugin that After Effects has to offer. So especially from videocopilot.net, I think I've got practically everything that they've ever launched. So I'll just quickly fire this up. After Effects hasn't been open in quite some time, so it might take a bit of time to load. But I'll just give you a quick look at some of my faves, or some of my things. I won't open up every single app, because as you can see there's quite a few of them. But we'll have a look at the main ones that I use for animation and so on and so on. Okay, so what I'm talking about is, obviously, if I go to composition very quickly, layer, new, solid, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Effects, obviously I've got elements, heat distortion, optical flares. I've got Twitch and a license for that, but it's not installed yet, so I'll have to do that sometime during the week. But if I go to my scene setup within elements, as you can see, I've got every single 3D model pack that Video Copilot have to offer, which is absolutely fantastic. So let me just quit out of that. So obviously we've got Premiere Pro, we've got Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, straight through obviously to Bridge, so this is the whole CS6 suite. And then we move on to some quite expensive packs, really. So I've got the complete Nuke 8 collection. Just fire that one up for you guys so you can have a quick look. Nuke 8 is one of the most advanced compositing tools you can get on a computer. It's very popular amongst filmmakers, and I do use it quite a lot, even though I have a lot to learn about Nuke, because literally it's unparalleled what you can do with it. And even within Nuke I've got Ocular, I've got Flame. I've got loads of plugins for that, which is absolutely fantastic. So I'm sort of there with Nuke. Nuke's even got 3D camera tracker, stuff like that, so on and so on. Okay, so that's Nuke. So obviously we've got Nuke 8, and then you've got Nuke Assist. Then we've got Mari, which is the latest version of Mari, another very expensive program. And I think I worked out between just the Nuke stuff, it comes to nearly £11,000. So you can sort of understand what I'm talking about when I mean expensive. So it's serious stuff. So if I just open up that example project for you, Mari is very much like a sort of painting tool for your models, but it's obviously the most advanced one, or the advanced system you can actually get out there. Mari's used for, or has been used in countless blockbuster films. and it's just absolutely amazing to use. Okay, so that's Mari. So if we just close Mari for now, discard that, don't save that. Then we have Hero. Now Hero is basically an editing system which you can use in conjunction with Nuke 8, which is fantastic. Another advanced system, very advanced, and you can use this also to mix your composite in as well for Nuke. So just quit out of Mari very quickly. Then we've got Modo. Modo is a 3D animation tool, a lot like Maya, a lot like 3ds Max, and a lot like Maya. I'll just quickly show you a demo project. Just load a scene. Quickly load that up. It's a very advanced modeling tool, and you can use it to create animation programs, so on and so on. So very advanced stuff, and this is actually Modo 801, so it's the latest one out. Okay, so then we've got Cinema 4D, which we all know about. Cinema 4D, it's another modeling program. And then we've got my second composite of choice, which is Smoke 2015, which is very advanced. I've not really learnt Smoke too much yet because I'm more of a Nuke man, but it's there for me to practice when I'm ready. We also have Maya 2015 as well, which has got a lot more features over 2014, which is fantastic. We've also got Mudbox, which is a sculpting tool, which works in conjunction with Maya and Smoke, which is fantastic. Then we've got Logic Pro X, which is a complete music studio. Basically, there's nothing you can't do with Logic Pro X, and it's basically used by a lot of studios around the world for creating music. This one, Flare Designer 2015, basically works in conjunction with Nuke. It entails, or it allows you to create your own optical flares that can be imported into Nuke and into After Effects, which is fantastic. Then we've got Buju. Buju is a state-of-the-art tracking tool, absolutely amazing. Basically, you know, that's basically its prime what's the word I'm looking for? Prime thing it does. It basically tracks footage, but it's obviously one of the best tracking tools you can actually get, bar the tracking tool in the Foundry, which is built into Nuke, which is absolutely amazing. Okay, so then we've got the Final Cut collection. So we've got Final Cut Pro X, and then we've got Motion. Not really used Motion yet, because most of my stuff, as I've just said, is done in Nuke. But I will find a way of getting, or find some time to get around that, to have a look at that in more detail. My photo system of choice is Aperture. Aperture is absolutely incredible for color correcting your photos, and it is on par really with iPhoto. iPhoto is still very good, and I've always rated iPhoto. iMovie. Don't really know why I've got this in my dock, to be perfectly honest, because it's the worst movie editor I've ever seen in my life. But then, you know, I'm coming from using Nuke. You know, like I say, you know, all these programs here, you know, we've got nearly 20 grams worth of programs here. So to use Nuke, then, you know, and Final Cut and, you know, Premiere Pro, then play around with iMovie, I think I've got the right to say, look, iMovie, no way. You know, it's not happening really, but it's nice to have it there, so that's why it's there. So then we've got the calendar, we've got notes, we've got maps, which is absolutely fantastic. I think maps is brilliant for searching for certain destinations, and it also gives you sort of like a 3D world look of what you want to see, which is great. We've got FaceTime, which is cool. Photo booth, which I never use. I think it's a bit stupid really. iTunes, which I use for all my music, and iBooks. Never really use iBooks. I don't really think it's very cool to read a book on a computer. I think you either need a tablet the real thing, or maybe a Kindle Fire or something like that. And then, like I say, you know, Google Chrome is my second browser of choice. Absolutely fantastic. And then we've got the system preferences, contacts, and obviously your you know, all your app stuff and bits and pieces like that. And then finally we got the trash can for getting rid of all your crap. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this dock tour. You'll probably find it's probably one of the most expensive dock tours you've ever seen. There's not a lot of people that have got programs like this on their docks, or the people that do dock tours have probably got half of these sort of, you know, Final Cut and stuff like that. But yes, it's probably a very, very expensive dock tour indeed. But yeah, rather proud of it. So I thought I'd share it with you guys. So thanks for listening, and I'll catch up with you guys in the next video, where we'll be looking more detailed into Modo. Obviously I want to do a tutorial on Modo, Hero and Mari as well. So thanks for listening guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.